Hey guys, this is Surya from Skill-Lync. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video in our career series. Today we are going to look into civil engineering. The video is going to focus on top 5 civil engineering jobs that you can apply for. In this career series, we have covered design engineering, computational fluid dynamics engineering, computer aided engineering or FEA engineer. We have also looked into electrical vehicles for electrical and electronic students, and today it's for civil engineers. All these videos that I'm mentioning about, their links are present in the description. Do check it out. Let's get into this video. So what are the top 5 civil engineering jobs that are available for freshers and people in the 0 to 2 or 0 to 4 years of experience? That's what we are going to do. Trainee design engineer, right? This is fresh out of college. You get into a company as a trainee design engineer. The second role is junior structural engineer. This is also more of a fresher kind of role where you focus on designing the structural elements of a building. The third one is a design engineer. The third and the first role is pretty similar in job description. Certain companies have different descriptions, so we can basically look at it as we move forward in this video. The fourth one is discipline engineer civil. So civil has multiple disciplines, right? Companies basically take them as GETs or discipline engineer civil and then kind of allocate them a specific domain or subdomain, if you may, right? So that's what discipline engineer civil will work on. Structural steel design engineer. Structural steel design engineer is someone who focuses on steel structures and also looks into structural analysis. This is the 2 to 3 years of experience. People might look for experience out here. All of these roles require a particular skill set, a particular tool knowledge, and a type of project that you should have worked on, because a lot of these companies will ask for project experience. If you have those, you can get into these companies. So what are the companies that I'm speaking about? Well, let's see. The companies that basically recruit for these roles: L&T Infotech, FL Smith, Mott MacDonald, Saipem, Technip, Covi, Waytech Wabag, McDermott India, Eversendai, and other construction companies. So if you are coming from a Tier 2 and a Tier 3 college, you have a 60% or 70% in your undergrad, but you're really interested in civil engineering, one of the easiest way to get into the industry is to get into architectural or design or construction companies where you can become a structural engineer or a design engineer. The salary might be a little lower in these kind of companies, but the 1 to 2 years of experience that you gain out there can propel your career to some of the bigger companies like L&T, FL Smith, Saipem, Technic, and so on. So, but if you're in a Tier 1 and a Tier 2 college, and if you have anywhere between 80 to 90% and you have really good fundamentals, you can definitely apply for L&T, FL Smith kind of companies. Let's look at what are the fundamentals you need and what are the software tools that you need to know about as well, right? So what are the fundamentals you need to know to get these jobs? Let's say for a trainee design engineer, you need to first have a very good understanding of design procedure. The basics of design procedure you need to know, right? For what? You need to know the basics of design procedure for footings, columns, beams, and slabs, right? Usually the software people start with is AutoCAD. So AutoCAD is very prevalent in the civil engineering industry. So if you are starting somewhere, I would definitely recommend starting with AutoCAD and having a very good understanding of footings, columns, beams, and slabs, the design procedure aspect of it. So what next? The second job role is junior structural engineer. What kind of fundamentals you need to know? You need to have very good understanding of strength of materials and solid mechanics. There are multiple softwares people use, basically StatPro, ETABS, Tekla, and SAFE. So knowing AutoCAD is also an advantage. You can basically start with StatPro if you want to become a structural engineer and move from there sideways. Basic understanding of structural analysis, very good fundamentals in solid mechanics and strength of materials. The third job role is design engineer, and out here you need to have a basic knowledge in different relevant Indian codes, right? IS 446, IS 800, IS 875, IS 1893. Well, if you are not aware of these codes and if you do not know what I'm speaking about, so you need to get those knowledges, right? You need to equip yourself with what those mean. That's when you can apply for these kind of roles, and the softwares usually used in the industry are StatPro, AutoCAD, and Revit, right? These are the 3 common softwares. If you're applying for a discipline engineer civil, the concepts that you need to have very good hands-on is bending moment diagram and shear force diagram, BMD and SFD, and you need to have a very good understanding of the behavior of structures, right? If you have fundamentally strength of materials and solid mechanics together with engineering mechanics, having these three fundamentals will help you a lot. Right? ETABS is a software that people use a lot to do all these kind of analysis. Let's go to the final job role, which is structural design engineer, right? So in structural design engineer, you need to have a good understanding of steel detailing, connections, steel structures fundamentals, right? So those are the things that you need to have. The additional thing that I'm adding out here is design of tanks. You need to have a very good fundamental knowledge on load consideration for water pressure and earth pressure, right? Say for example, when the tank is full of water, what would the pressure be like? When the tank does not have water and the earth pressure is there, how would it kind of take it into account, right? All these things is what you need to consider about. And probably Tekla is the software that the industry uses out here. So today we looked into the top 5 job roles for civil engineering. We also spoke about the companies that you can apply for and the companies that recruit for these job roles. In addition to that, we also looked into the skills, the fundamentals that you need to know and the software knowledge that you need to know to apply successfully to these job roles, right? The most important question is what kind of experience you need to have to get these job roles, and that's what we will be covering in the next video. The next video will give you example projects that you should be working on in order to gain experience, even if you are a fresher, right? A fresher with engineering experience is equal to someone who has work experience, right? Think about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. The next video will be out in the next 24 hours. The link will be provided in the description. If you like this video, do hit the like button and share as well. Do subscribe to get more notifications about civil engineering and the courses that we have in civil engineering as well. Thank you so much.